Hello, this is Victor. I'm here with a new topic of the week, but I will extend a little bit more topic of the week that Vince Venturella started, and I this time I write down the points that I would like to talk about on this video, because I have some things that I think it's worth it to talk and to raise. And the most important thing for me is to see your opinion. So if you don't agree or you see a different point of view, please share with me. And I'm open to discussion. And if in any case you want to do a hangout live, I'm also open to that. But let's first go to the topic of the week of Vince Venturella. So he was explaining that, and I think was very encouraging to see that Games Workshop is planning in the advent calendar, is asking for feedback. Is asking for feedback on what we are interested on tutorials, on painting tutorials, and I think this is a great move. It's making the move in the right direction on the channel. I would like to see this channel from Games Workshop suiting the what the people is struggling with on techniques and on I think it's good that they cover basic, but they are normally focused on painting a miniature. Maybe sometimes it's good to make some technical painting tutorials. I haven't watched them all, but I haven't seen any technical, like just explaining how washes work, how different paints are working, how to make use of them. And I have seen this for the technical paints, but for beginners, it will be great to see explanations from Games Workshop, how they encourage people to use the washes and the different layers and all this on the triangle of colors, the composition of wash, base color, wash and highlights. So, but it's great. This step I think is in the right direction from Games Workshop, asking for feedback and getting more involved with the community. They still don't allow comments, so you have to drop an email to them. I think it's a way for them to control what are the comments out there. And I think with a community that is so polarized, maybe it's a good choice. You don't want to start having comments of people complaining and being rude. So you want to have this under control. And I can understand that they don't allow comments and they want to limit. They don't want to have this public. And if you want to complain, you can complain them directly. I guess if you drop a mail to them, they will read anyway. I will say that this is not the only change in direction I have seen on Games Workshop. I think they are making different things since Age of Sigmar. I know that a lot of people complain about Age of Sigmar. It's been a hard change for the people that love 8th edition. On the other side, I also see new people coming to the fantasy wargaming, people that didn't play fantasy before that now is playing Age of Sigmar. But for me, the good thing is that all these rules for free on internet was never before. So I think this was a good point from Games Workshop. I was expecting a little bit more on Warhammer 40k. I guess they don't want to risk the business model yet. But on Tau, I was surprised that the old codex is not getting obsolete. I think it's another good point. I would love that the old codex don't get obsolete and you can still using them. It's a pain every 2 years to change codex and to learn again the rules, and they change. I think it's good what they did is just add some new units, drop a campaign. If you want the new codex, you can buy the new codex, but taking into account if you only want to know about the new units, you can also buy the campaign and you don't have the need to buy the new codex. It's a pain for people like me that like to collect everything, because now means that if you want everything, you need 2 books, but taking into account all the new releases and what is all this a lot of stuff that Games Workshop is launching there, I'm learning to be more selective. So it's better to focus and to go for what you really like to play and what you really enjoy. And I think it's a little bit a step in the Age of Sigmar direction, to say it in that way, because they are trying to center more on the campaigns and not on the army books. And I like it. I like this other type of change. And there is another point that I want to talk about, and I think it's I'm pretty sure sometimes people are completely misled on that. There's a lot of people that say that Games Workshop don't do market research and they don't listen to the community. This is not possible. Games Workshop have the better data than anybody can have. They have the sales per shop. They know exactly what they sell. They know exactly what is being sold, and they can react, and they can focus, and they know what is working and what is not working in number of sales. So if they don't ask the community directly, they know straightforward by the number of sales. So this is a huge amount of data, and if Games Workshop is saying that 80% is casual players, are not competitive players, I guess it's because they have the data. They cannot invent that. They know who is buying these miniatures. They know how much miniatures are bought, and they know where these miniatures are used. So they can track everything, and in any business you have data to do comparison against your main competitors. So you can really know where the business is going. You can know what you sell. You know where you do business, where you do gross margin. So we cannot say that Games Workshop don't know what is driving sales. They have all the data there. They can analyze deeply objectives without being what's called this emotionally involved. You have just mathematical analysis. So I think when you say that Games Workshop don't do market research, this is completely wrong. They have shops in all the countries. So the shop is a huge way to know what is being sold, and you don't need to go to the shop manager and ask for that. You have the data. You know what this shop manager is asking for. So take this into account when you say that Games Workshop knows exactly what they are selling, and they know what is driving their business. And now going back to the topic of Vince Venturella. I'm sorry that I'm rambling a little bit, but I wanted to cover these points because there are points that I think are wrong in the internet, and I think sometimes people, it's very emotional, is arguing, but they don't look objectively, and I think it's important to take into account that Games Workshop have the base data on what is being sold. And going back now to the Vince Venturella topic is what I want to see next. I talked a little bit on the video. No? I wanted to see more some go to basic techniques to drive new people into the hobby, and also I would like to see the other extremes. So I think maybe the channel can have a split between basic techniques and high level techniques like heavy metal, like mentioned Vince Venturella. But another thing that I'm missing from Games Workshop is the battle reports they used to put in the White Dwarf, and I think they can modernize. And I don't want to see battle reports as to see what is competitive or not. I want to see from Games Workshop how they see this game have to be played. I would love to see Games Workshop making battle reports or making an explanation or showing how they play Age of Sigmar, to show the community how is the vision on how this game has to be played. I know that everybody can have their own vision, but it's great to see from the game designers how they see this game have to be played. The same for 40k. I think in channel we have in our community we have a variety of channels. People that play much fluffy with a very nice tables and super well painted armies, and there are all people that are just focused on the ultra competitive in 40k. I would like to see what is the vision of Games Workshop, how they play the game, and there to see also how they apply the rules, because sometimes we have discussions in the community. It will be great to see how Games Workshop apply the rules, and if they play rules as intended or rules as written. I'm pretty sure they will play more rules as intended than written, because in the White Dwarf, even the White Dwarf, when they were doing battle reports, not always they were following the rules strictly. Sometimes they were doing different things than the rule was explained. So I think I would love to see in the channel of Games Workshop battle reports to show the community how what is their vision on how their games have to be played. And on top of that, they have great miniatures painted by David Studio. They have awesome tables. They have the best scenography you can have. So can be great to see hyper quality video battle reports done by Games Workshop. So maybe we should all go to our mail and ask Games Workshop for please, can you show us some battle reports? Can you show us how you play this game? Can you make a showcase on how this game can be played with great painting jobs and great scenario? And that's all. This is just, please, the link below, I put the link to Vince Venturella. Vince, I deviated a little bit from the topic. I wanted to cover other points. I want to take profit of this video to cover different points that are on there and put them all together in this video. I hope you find it interesting, and please leave your comment below. Do you think seeing battle reports from Games Workshop can be interesting? Do you think Games Workshop don't have not idea of what they sell and what they don't sell, and they just do random things? I'm pretty sure they don't do that. But if you think that I'm mistaken, please leave your comment below. If you think that Games Workshop doesn't know what the community is asking, is moving, yeah, let me know why, and we can open here the discussion. And that's all. Looking forward to see these videos from Games Workshop and see what the community is asking for the Advent calendar. And yeah, closing this, thanks a lot for watching, and see you again later. Bye.